2008.
Okay.
We put the wood staircase in 2008.
So we had it for 12 years.
Yeah. Finally finished. Okay.
Really nice review.
And let the process begin. Gonna take them outside and start opening them. But this is what they look like after they're down. So as you can see, it's a lot of details. We're gonna take all those additional pipings out. We're just gonna use one row. We're gonna use just one on the bottom and one on the top of the cornice. We're gonna take the center one down to simplify things a little bit. So, see you. Hi everyone, so today I want to talk to you about this bay window cornice. So what I have here, I already put it on the table. I'm about to recover it. So first I need to take out all the stuff. I already did the other 3 cornices and this is the last one. Let me show you how it's constructed first because some of you might not know, but here are the brackets inside there. I got the name of those brackets that holds everything folding and stuff. So let me put it standing up for you for just a second. So here we are. Hey, alright, so this is what it looks like. Right now, it's straight on the table, but you can see you can bend it because of those brackets. You can do the same right there, you see? So basically you can get any angle you want. Let me just place it down for a second to tell you about everything. Alright, so as you can see here I have different angles. And even though mine is a bay window, this apparently can bend, you can do any angle you want. So what I'm doing, I'm taking everything out to recover it and put new. So I'm gonna have to take everything apart, and I'll let you watch me for just a second. And yeah, let's do this. So yeah, I'm using my pliers. It's a really nice tool to pull and push. And first I start with the back. As you can see, it's pretty flexible. Now it's straight. And like I said, I'm just going to recover it. So I'm taking everything out and I'm going to recover it, reupholster with the new fabric. So yeah, this is what I do. Just take these and take everything out. Now I'm just building up new. So I'm going to save some parts. Like the wood, of course. I'm taking the wood and some of the foam paddings. I'm saving those. The tool from there. Sorry, look. Taking the lining out. Taking the lining out. I'm not going to disconnect the brackets because I'm just taking. So let me see. I'll tell you as I go. And I know I should start on the side, okay? So let's go here. So let's do the side. Start from the side. So they're kind of like 3-in-1 cornice. So yeah, this is a very good example of 3 cornices in one. Because that's what it is basically. There are still 3 cornices, 3 windows. They just put together. So yeah, that's what I do. So these things are placed in everywhere the staples were put. This gimp is here to cover the staples between the fabrics, in case you're wondering. This top part. Be very careful as you pull, you get your staples to stand out and you can hurt yourself. That always happens, so be very careful. I did hurt myself 2 times today. Then I decided to put some protection gloves. Anyways, as you can see, this is the process. Just you know. So So just take everything out as much as you want. It's up to you where you stop. Like I said, I'm going to keep the first layer of fabric on the front, and then I'm going to place the new fabric right on it, because it already has the cushion and the padding that it needs to, so I don't need to build additional paddings. I just need to upgrade, just need to give a new look, for a more transitional look. Instead of traditional fabric, we really want to go for a transitional. That's why we chose this fabric that you've seen in the final result. So here are the joins here right there. Sorry, you missed it. So here I am fighting with this, that's holding the two pieces. So here's one, and now I'm going to work on the other section. And after I remove everything right here all the way to the end, the lining, and come back, and I'll show you the next step. Alright guys, so as I'm coming to this point in here where the two panels are joined, I want to show you something. So as you already noticed, all the lining is separated, but then you have the piping in here that is one piece going across between the three cornices. Alright, so as I'm holding my camera, I'm trying to pull them, because so somebody worked very hard to put this together. I'm working very hard to take it apart. And then I have to work hard again to build it. So between these two tools, actually between these three tools, I've been pretty successful. These are your basic upholstery tools. So I just took this out right there. That was the piping from the bottom. Now before I turn this whole thing around, I want to take a little time and remove all these staples that are sticking out. A lot of staples. Then I don't have to put back as much back. Alright, finally finished with 300,057 staples. Just kidding. I don't know, but they're a lot. Now I'm going to turn it. I'm trying to turn it without breaking the brackets. As you can see, the staples are coming out. Alright, I'm going to slowly place it on the other side. There you have it. So now I'm going to focus on taking out these other pipings on the edge, and it's going to be pretty easy. This is going to be pretty easy. Just once again with your pliers. Try to find the end, and then this one is just glue, so it's going to come out a lot easier. Alright, so the piping was very easy. You see, it was just glue. So now I think I'm good. I'm just going to... Okay, it all fell on the other side. But I think I'm good at this point. I'm just cleaning up the staples. I'm going to take it inside. Since the messy job is finished, I'm going to bring it back inside, and I'll show you the next step with placing the fabrics on. Everybody, welcome back. So we moved in. As you can see, I have it on the floor. And also, as you can see, I already done a straight one. That's why my room is messy. And before we move to this one, let me show you and explain to you some tools that we use today. But first, take a look at this beautiful cornice, the way it came out. And let me turn it on the other side so you can see. Using my one hand. So alright, so as you can see on this other side, so there she is from the back side, and yeah, I finished it nicely with a gimp where you can see it from outside, from the window. And yeah, so let me show you what materials we're going to use today. And after this, it's going to get silent since I'm working with these loud tools, the air compressor, and it's probably going to be more silent, so you're going to watch me. But before that, I'm going to tell you what we're going to use today. And of course you're gonna need your main fabric, which in my case here I have a nice upholstery fabric, and there it is. I have it on the wall here. It's a very nice upholstery fabric, and you've seen it in my previous project. I used it a lot for this customer. I'm doing the cornices. Also I did a bench covering the dining chairs, and as well I did a box cushion for the same bay window. I'm working on this cornice right now. And also you need the lining. Is a cotton lining, can be anything really, because it's going to go in the back of the board. That's what you need the lining for. And let's start from this side here. I already made some piping here, cord, welting, whatever you want to call it. This is the wide one that's going to go across right here on the bottom of the cornice. And let me tell you the measurements as we talk. So the final here is about 4 inches. I believe, yeah, I cut my fabric to 5 inches across, and then you have this much inside. So that's a 5 inches piping. The final is 4 inches. That's gonna hide inside here. And then we're gonna have this other cord that is just 1.5 inches across. This one is going to be used for the top of the cornice. And yeah, this is going to be for the top of the cornice right here, so you don't need that much. All right, so that's the 1.5 inch that's remained, but yet I cut it at 3.5 the fabric, and end up being 1.5. What else do we need? We need a gimp. As you can see here, I have a 1/2 inch gimp that's gonna be glue right here in between the lining and all right, the gimp to cover the staples that's underneath. And then you're gonna need a glue gun, and glue, of course, that is to cover that is used to glue the gimp. And also underneath the piping you're gonna need a glue gun again to have a nice smooth finish. Also you're gonna need this tuck strip. It's about it's about 1/2 inch tuck strip. That's gonna go right on the board before you put your fabrics to create a nice edge. What else do we need? Of course you need a tape measure. You need some of these tools, a razor blader, pliers to pull up the old staples. Also this one is to remove the staples if you make any mistakes. A good scissor, and that's about it. And as I told you already, I don't need to put any additional padding on here. I like this already. As you can see, it's nice. And let me turn it on the other side. All right, there you go. I turn it on the other side as I talk. You see what I'm saying. As you can see, this has a nice profile, and this is exactly what I've done. I just cover this one with the fabric that I'm using. So if you decide to use additional paddings, you know, it's up to you, but in my case I like this this profile, not too bulky. Yeah, so I like this way. If you like it a little bulkier, you can add another layer of batting at this point if you want, before you put your fabric on. So with that being said, before I put my cornice on the table, I need to cut the fabric, and these are the measurements I'm using. This is how I'm measuring. Here I have a flexible tape measure, and right from underneath it, I'm gonna try to work with one hand. So you're gonna just about this much. This is the top of the cornice, by the way, and this is the bottom, okay? So first you're gonna staple from the top of the cornice. All we need to do is just about this much underneath. So again, I'm trying to show you how to measure for the fabric. And let's do that. And take a tape measure, go about 1.5 on over there, and then you come all the way here. And as you can see here, the previous one was made just to finish here, but of course you need to stretch it out with your hand about another inch. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut my piece of fabric at 18 inches. All right, so 18 inches by you're gonna measure the length of your cornice, plus the sides here, and then all right, so plus the sides, you're gonna wrap it around, and then another about an inch to go underneath. So you add all those numbers and figure out the length of your, already show you how to do the width. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut my fabric, and here I have an example. Of course, I'm gonna start with the top of the panel in my case here, but if you have a specific pattern or design, please consider all of that. And I already have it cut to 18 from the previous cut on the other cornice. So I'm just gonna follow the same line, and as you can see, I already have the line here, and let me cut the fabric and I'll see you then. All right, so I'm gonna use my compressor right now. It's gonna get loud, so I'm just gonna silent the video for a minute, and let's do this.